Hey everyone, welcome to another episode of Investing Kev. In today's episode, we will take a look at another Chinese electric vehicle company in Li Xiang Auto, also known as Li Auto. I've already done a breakdown on NIO and XPeng, which are other electric vehicle companies, so after this video, feel free to check out those videos. My videos are now timestamped, so if you want to skip the company overview and jump straight to financials, check the description as I will have the timestamps listed. As always, I have a spreadsheet with the link in the description below. You can follow along my financial investing journey as I have 4 different investing strategies that I'm trying to track how they do over the next year. And super exciting stuff. This channel is growing. I am nearing 1,000 total views on my channel and my subscribers are growing. I have 6 stock analysis videos released so far, and my most recent one, SoFi, talks about a very intriguing stock with a bright future in the fintech industry. If you like this content, please hit the like button, please subscribe, and feel free to drop a comment. We've had some great discussions within this past week, specifically my XPeng video, and it's been awesome hearing viewers' viewpoints. And if you want to follow me on Twitter, just look up Investing Kev and you will find me. It's kind of lonely over there on Twitter, but I am active, so if you want to reach out to me and talk about investing, feel free to do that. Alright, with all that being said, let's take a look at Li Auto. I am on Li Auto's investor relations page and I want to read off their company profile. Li Auto is an innovator in China's new energy vehicle market. The company designs, develops, manufactures, and sells premium smart electric vehicles. Through innovations in product, technology, and business model, the company provides families with safe, convenient, and refined products and services. Li Auto is a pioneer to successfully commercialize extended-range electric vehicles in China. Its first model, Li 1, is a 6-seat, large premium electric SUV equipped with a range extension system and cutting-edge smart vehicle solutions. The company started volume production of Li 1 in November 2019 and delivered over 33,500 Li 1s as of December 31st, 2020. The company leverages technology to create value for its users. It concentrates its in-house development efforts on its proprietary range extension system, next-generation electric vehicle technology, and smart vehicle solutions. Beyond Li 1, the company aims to expand its product line by developing new vehicles, including BEVs and EREVs, to target a broader consumer base. Li Auto currently has only one vehicle in their entire lineup, the Li 1. The Li 1 is a luxury 6-seater. One thing that I've noticed from doing my breakdown of NIO and XPeng is that all these Chinese electric vehicle manufacturers are striving to make their electric vehicles an extension of the customer's home. Li Auto states that they want to create a mobile home, which will create a happy home. And currently, the Li 1 has a 1,080 kilometer comprehensive cruising range, which is over 600 miles. The Li Auto also contains the world's first mass-produced 8 megapixel sensor camera, allowing you to see farther, wider, and safer. That's a huge goal for any of these EV manufacturers. They want to utilize their technology to make sure driving is as safe as possible for everyone involved. Another thing that stands out is that the Li Auto actually has a small petrol tank, or also known as gasoline tank. This doesn't power the car directly. It powers an electric generator that will charge the battery up, which I think is pretty awesome, given if you were ever far away from a charging station, you can fill up a little bit and have that peace of mind that the petrol or gasoline will help power an electric generator and charge your battery without being stranded. The advanced driving assistance system is standard and it helps with full speed adaptive cruise and lane keeping assist. It also has real-time monitoring for automatic emergency braking. It has fully automatic visual parking, which integrates vision and radar perception to realize automatic parking of wired and wireless parking spaces. And through visual color perception, it can identify changes in traffic lights at intersections. Looking at the Li 1, it is a very nice looking car. Given that you're in a really competitive industry, you need to have a marketable car. Li wants this Li 1 to resonate with people as a luxury SUV, and I believe both exterior and interior wise it looks really good. The Li 1 has 4 screens, each performing specific duties. The digital instrument screen provides clear driving information. The central control screen provides integrated navigation, music, and other rich functions. The co-pilot entertainment screen provides exclusive entertainment for family and friends. And the function control screen provides vehicle functions at your fingertips. Taking a look at Li Auto's financials, I was really surprised from what I saw. They only have 2 years worth of vehicle sales, but in 2019, they went from 284 million renminbi in total revenue to nearly 9.5 billion renminbi in 2020. That translates to net revenues of around 1.4 billion US dollars. Their cost of sales have gone up as expected as they've produced more vehicles, going from 284 million renminbi to 7.9 billion renminbi in 2020. If you take a look at their gross profit in 2020, they've had a gross profit of 1.5 billion renminbi before operating expenses. That's really awesome to see, given a company that's very young and navigating its way through the industry. Taking a look at their net loss is when their expenses exceeds their revenues. Li Auto's net loss was cut from 2.4 billion renminbi in 2019 down to 151 million renminbi in a single year. Looking at the numbers, Li is definitely on track to being profitable in the coming year or so to come. In taking a look at their balance sheets, their assets from 2018 to 2020 have always been more than the liabilities. They went from 9.5 billion renminbi in total assets to 36.3 billion renminbi in 2020. Currently, they have 5.5 billion US dollars in total assets compared to 1 billion US dollars in total liabilities. From what I'm seeing, Li Auto has strong margins and their management seems to be doing the right things, bolstering up their financials while balancing increased deliveries, research and development, and future production on future vehicles. The company announced that they delivered 7,713 Li ones in June 2021, representing a 320.6% year-over-year increase, a 78.4% quarter-over-quarter increase, and a new monthly high. As the 2021 Li 1 continues to gain traction rapidly and drive a surge in orders, the company's new orders in June, which surpassed 10,000, also hit a record high. Total deliveries for a second quarter increased 166.1% year-over-year and a 39.7% quarter-over-quarter to reach an all-time high of 17,575, exceeding the top end of the company's guidance range. On the day that marks Li Auto's 6th anniversary, I am pleased to share with you that thanks to strong user endorsement for the 2021 Li 1, we set records in deliveries and new orders in June, the first full month of sales for the 2021 Li 1 after its launch. This delivery update is great to see, especially when their total deliveries for the second quarter exceeded company's guidance range. They've surpassed 10,000 orders for their 2020 Li 1 in June, and barring any major setback, I believe Li Auto will continue to keep breaking records month over month, quarter over quarter, and year over year. If they don't break those records, I believe we will see a continued upward trend, which is what we want to look for. What's the future of Li Auto? That future depends on the future of the EV market. Looking at the CGTN article, this image is from McKinsey Analysis. In 2019, China had 1.2 million electric vehicle sales, and by the end of 2022, they're forecasting approximately 3.2 million units, with a low of 2.4 million and a high of 3.5 million electric vehicles sold. In Europe, you can see they're expected to nearly increase their sales by 5 times compared to 2019 at around 2.8 million units. In the United States, which is heavily dominated by internal combustion engine vehicles, the United States is expected to go from 300,000 to nearly 1 million sales of electric vehicles. Looking at this article back in May, Li Auto expects sales to reach 10,000 cars a month from September, and they will expand its sales network. Li Auto will expand its sales network and continue to use a direct sales model strategy to sell its vehicles, adding that it is building a team to research selling overseas. It currently has 75 stores in more than 50 Chinese cities. And CEO Li Xiang said Li Auto plans to invest 3 billion yuan in research and development this year and expects that number to grow. Another boost to Li Auto's portfolio will be the launch of their full-sized SUV in 2022. It is currently codenamed X01, and a few weeks ago there were leaked photos of what it's supposed to look like. Here's a photo in which the author of the article states that it features a closed grille that is completely different from its current model, the Li 1. The X01 will also support fast charging with a 20 to 80% charge time of 36 minutes. It will also include a 65-liter fuel tank, increasing the WLTC range from 735 kilometers to 800 kilometers. And both the X01 and Li 1 will be produced at Li Auto's plant in Changzhou, Jiangsu province, with an overall annual capacity of 100,000 units. But when the X01 goes into production, annual capacity will climb to 90,000 units, while the Li 1's annual capacity will drop to 10,000 units per reports. When looking at risk factors that Li Auto faces, the number one risk factor is the government. The government will always be a risk factor to any company in any industry, but when it comes to electric vehicles, the government needs to be the ones who pave the way for the future of renewable energy. These are the political bodies that sign bills, help push for infrastructure, and when it comes to electric vehicles, you need to have that network of charging stations, making it as convenient as a gas station. China and countries in the European Union are stepping up, and here in America, Biden has said electric vehicles are the future and there's no going back. These countries need to set the tone because if they're trying to be carbon neutral by a certain year, reducing internal combustion engines as much as possible is an absolute must. The second risk factor is competition. I believe the electric vehicle market will have multiple winners. With the rising middle class, China's middle class is expected to reach 500 million people. People have different car preferences, and with Li Auto being presented as a luxury SUV, they're targeting a smaller niche compared to more affordable Xpeng or Tesla in China. They're not only competing against the newcomers, but legacy brands are going to roll out their electric vehicle lineup very soon, if not already. Li Auto will be competing against BMW, Mercedes, Lexus, Range Rovers, and many more. It's great to see that they're breaking records, but they need to ensure that it's sustainable. And a third risk factor is that they only have one vehicle in their lineup. They're coming out with a new SUV in 2022, but diversification is key. There may be people who want a Li Auto car, but don't want something like an SUV. Will Li Auto introduce a sedan or a compact car in the future? Catering to a wider audience will only benefit them and help reduce their risk by just banking on two vehicles in their vehicle profile. I want to take a look at the 12-month price target of Li Auto. Looking at tip ranks, 5 analysts have given their price target, with the average being $45.90, which is currently a 41.14% upside from its current price of $32.52. One analyst has a high of $62 and the low is $37, with all 5 analysts saying Li Auto is a strong buy. Taking a look at CNN, they have 17 analysts with an average price target of $39.47, which would be a 21.4% gain from its current price. The high is $61.36 and the low is $22.70, with 14 analysts saying Li is a buy and 3 saying it's a hold. When I look at Li Auto, I see a company that is making its mark in a very young industry. Li Auto is entering a time when market share is up for grabs. They're becoming really popular domestically in China, consistently breaking records. They have their eyes set on future expansion globally. Looking at NIO and Xpeng, they've both expanded into Norway before expanding into the rest of Europe. I wouldn't be surprised to see Li break ground in Norway before taking the same path as NIO and Xpeng. Li Auto's management seems like a very good group with a strong sense of direction in what they want the company to be. They seem to have an identity, and that's showing in people reacting well to their only vehicle. I would like to see more diversification from Li Auto, but at this point in time, their financials look great. They're on the right path towards profitability. They have fairly low liabilities, especially compared to their total assets. For full disclosure, I don't own Li Auto in the strategies portfolio, and it won't be added anytime soon. But in my personal portfolio, I am a shareholder of Li Auto. I'm excited for this company. I'm excited for the future of the electric vehicle market, and I think Li will thrive. Thank you everyone for tuning in. I greatly appreciate it. Please hit the like button, share this with your friends, subscribe, and let me know in the comments what you think. If you want to learn more about China's other electric vehicle companies, check out my stock analysis videos of Xpeng and NIO. As always, take care and I will see you all next time.